It will be 1 year since 3-year-old Lina Sardar Khil disappeared from the complex she lived with her family on Fredericksburg Road on December 20th. In the time, hundreds of leads have come in. As our Yami Viethin investigates tonight, at least one of them came from as far away as Jordan.
Precious pictures.
They want closure.
Treasured toys.
Family wants her found.
Last seconds of video of a little girl full of life. Lina Sardar Khil recorded on December 20th, 2021 by a surveillance camera. Little did her family know this would be the last time they would see the 3-year-old. Her father, Riaz, tells us the video was taken about 20 minutes before she disappeared. In a few days, it will be the 1-year anniversary of Lina's disappearance. The family has recruited retired federal agents to help in the search.
We've been knocking on doors, just talking to a number of people that have given us quite a bit of information, but still not leading to the whereabouts or what happened to Lina. And we're a little perplexed by that.
Abel Peña and his group of retired agents have vetted some of the leads and handed them over to the authorities.
We would probably, canvass the area, knock on doors, and then we would run to see what is in the area in terms of any type of criminal element to include sex with minors, for example, or exploitation matters.
During a canvass by his team, they found an arrest in September that caught their attention.
We learned that there was an individual. He used to live at the apartment complex that Lina lived at, and he was arrested for the possession with the intent to distribute and promote child pornography. We do not believe he still lives at that apartment complex.
The person is also someone known to Lina's family.
The conversation I had with the family member was that he did know the person that was arrested. Again, we're not pointing the finger at this individual.
We are not sharing the name of the individual since they have not been charged with anything to do with Lina's disappearance. But we did ask the San Antonio Police Department if the Attorney General's office, who arrested the man, had shared the information with them or the FBI. We are still waiting for an answer.
تاخذ اي معلومات اليوم؟
هلا مشان انت تكوني بالصوره هلا انا بدك تعطيني بالضبط انتم جهزوا حالكم خلال 10 دقائق انا مشان اتصل.
Other leads that have come to the family include one from as far away as Jordan via Messenger app, where a man who claimed to know where Lina could be reached out to the family. The family then shared the information with police and the FBI, but the person alleged that no one had contacted him, so the family asked Peña to check it out.
He first mentioned Los Angeles, and he mentioned a city in Central California that Lina was there.
Communicating with the person was not easy. It meant getting an interpreter who knew the man's language.
We made contact with the local police departments in the area. They had people on the ground while I had this person on the phone. It just did not work out, did not establish that this person actually knew what he was talking about. But nonetheless, when somebody has information, if they come to us, we'll do everything we can to vet it. If it turns out that this information is good information, we'll take it to the police or the FBI.
As the anniversary date of her disappearance draws near, the anguish of Lina's mother, Sarmina, grows. Back in September, we were able to interview her with the help of an interpreter. Because of their culture, she cannot show her face on camera.
This person to return our child and return whatever he wants, we will give. And this is the pain that it will not end until we find Lina.
The couple welcomed a new baby a few months after Lina disappeared, but the joy felt in most homes when there's new life is not the same. Riaz says they will not have joy until their daughter is returned.
We cannot celebrate that happiness due to Lina missing. We still have Lina in our heart.
Honking for a good cause.
It could lead to a tip. It could lead to some closure.
Paula Diaz has been searching for her mother, Pauline Diaz, for 12 years. Diaz and her sister, Juanita, are hoping a flyer, sign, and picture will bring answers.
It's just a never-ending thing. You know, I break down all of a sudden. It's just hard to believe that she's not here.
Every year, the group Guardian Angels Wings of Hope bring families together searching for a missing person. Advocates like Pamela Allen want to help bring loved ones home, like Lina Khil, who has been missing for almost 9 months.
And this sidewalk is lined with stories of heartbreak, stories of just longing to be reunited with their loved ones.
Eric Herr with Search and Support San Antonio have stood alongside many families, covering as much ground as possible. He helped find Shannon DeMombro's body back in July. Now he's helping another family searching for their 13-year-old daughter, Angelina Lizarraga.
I can tell you it's frantic. They're extremely upset, confused. They don't know what to do, who to reach out to.
These families hold on to hope and the belief their family member could soon return home.
I take this to my heart, and it hurts that we have to do this in order to get our answers.
It's the first time.
Through all of this, is the first time you cry?
Yeah. I was making my heart strong.
Well, time is taking a toll for the family and friends of 4-year-old Lina Khil, who disappeared from her home back in December. They've received hundreds of tips and pictures, and none of them feel like it could have been Lina. That is until a few weeks ago when Border Patrol posted a picture of an unaccompanied minor.
Fox San Antonio's Yami Virgen shows us what these parents are having to do to make sure this child isn't their missing daughter.
$250,000 reward, a 4th birthday without the birthday girl. And hundreds of tips have come in on their child, Lina Sardar Khil. But one of them really has them unnerved. It was the picture Border Patrol shared with the media back on March 22nd. A 4-year-old girl who was found unaccompanied on the banks of the Rio Grande in Del Rio.
When you look at that picture, what makes you believe that that's your daughter?
So when I see the picture from the side, it's look like a Lina, especially the fingers that she have. It's same like Lina. And as I consult with my wife and me, we both believe that she's Lina.
Through his interpreter, Riaz Sardar Khil, Lina's father, says he and his wife told the FBI and SAPD about the child in the social media posts. 2 hours later, law enforcement came to their home, but the child in the picture authorities brought was not the one Border Patrol had posted.
When he said that I saw that picture, I think it's a different picture. It's not the same picture that I'm watching, because that picture that she was, it's totally different for me. So then I asked them that, okay, you're showing me this picture, but I want to see the girl face to face.
The family asked to see the child, but that is not how the process works when dealing with unaccompanied minors. They claim the FBI and SAPD said, this is our research and this is not your girl. Amy Maldonado is an immigration attorney who deals with appeals and high-profile immigration cases. Maldonado told the parents to call the Office of Refugee Resettlement, or ORR, before any petitions to produce the child be made in court.
If you have a child who you believe is unaccompanied and has been picked up by CBP, that child will be transferred to the Office of Refugee Resettlement. And DHHS operates a parent hotline that you can call. You have to give your child's name and date of birth, and you can, other identifying data. And they look the child up in the system and will tell the parents what shelter the child is and connect them with the case manager.
And that's what they did.
Hello ma'am, this is Lawang Mangal. I'm the translator for the parent. They speak Pashto.
During the 30-minute call, they explained to a third-party operator for the ORR which child they thought was Lina.
So when we saw that picture on the social media, it was a 100% copy of their child.
The operator finally tells them that she does not see a child by the name of Lina Sardar Khil in their data of unaccompanied children. Riaz looked at the interpreter with a look of disbelief. How would his 4-year-old daughter, who only speaks Pashto, be able to tell the Office of Refugee Resettlement her name and date of birth, so they can have that on a databank of unaccompanied children?
If you're talking about a small child who doesn't speak English or Spanish, who speaks Pashto, who is probably terrified at interacting with all of these different people, it makes sense to me that the name would not be in the database.
But finding the child may prove more difficult, since at least 2 elected officials who attempted to help the family were told the child in this picture was in New York and in Florida, all at the same time. So finding Lina will take more than law enforcement alone. It will take everyone keeping a vigilant eye, as retired FBI agent and founder of Project Absentis, a nonprofit helping families to find their loved ones, tells Fox San Antonio.
If there's somebody out there, a medical professional, if there is a person that believes they have information about where Lina's at and they feel uncomfortable contacting law enforcement, please give us a call.
Until they're reunited, Riaz hopes his daughter is allowed by whoever has her to hear his words.